Hi everyone, welcome back to the Book Vandal Shop. I have a journal to share with you today. This is an Edith Holden themed journal, Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. So I've taken some book pages and yeah, I've made a journal around that. So this is a big one. It's taken me a while to get this done, and so I'm really excited to finally have it done and be able to share it with you. But it is a big one. It is massive. I would call this a tome. So if you want to pause and go get some refreshment to enjoy while we're doing the flip through, I would encourage that because it's going to be a while. So anyway, this is a hardcover with a rounded spine, hidden rounded spine. I've got a book tassel over here, and I'll go ahead and take that off and I put it out of the way. You've probably already seen this. I did this for a Feature Friday following a tutorial from Creating with Jovi. So the little tassel has a clip here, so you can take that off. This is the spine itself. I've done some gilding here with gold. This is not paint. It's actually gold foiling, but I've made it look like it's kind of worn off over the years. And then so we have the green and the yellows, which will match so many of the pages. We have an embossed cover, so it's a raised embossing. In the nameplate here, we have her name, Edith Holden, and that's taken straight off of the dust jacket for one of her books. Okay, and then our ties, I've put eyelets in so that those will not ever come out or come unglued. You know, you can really tug on those and tie this thing nice and tight, so no worries about that. And we also have metal book covers on the front and the back to help protect the covers. So let's go ahead and open this up. Again, we've got the hidden spine, rounded back. So what that allows that to do is it allows this to flex so that it will lay flatter when you want to journal. So it allows that to pop up. See, that's how those kind of books work. Allows that to pop up away from the spine, allowing this to lay flat. So that's why we do those. And then when it's closed, obviously, you can't tell. All right, inside the front cover here, you'll see the book pages that I've used. So I'm not going to keep saying book page, book page, book page. So, and I've used lots of different trims. You'll see those. But I did want to point out that I put a picture of her inside the front cover. This is taken off the dust jacket, and just made a place to write here on the back. If you were going to give this to someone, that might be a good place to write a note for a gift, or to explain, you know, what a junk journal is, even though this one doesn't have very much junk in it. So here's a cover page, Nature Notes for 1906. So, and then this is some snippet roll that I had made a while back, and it matched perfectly. So you'll see little bits and pieces of that snippet roll throughout the journal. This is technically 7 signatures. It's 6 signatures of journaling, and then here in the center you'll see we have a folio making up our 7th signature. So, and I believe we're somewhere over 300 pages, if you count pages like a book, you know, front side, back side. Okay, and then right inside the front page is her biography, where she was born and what year, and a little bit about the book that she made, and then her unfortunate death, which is really sad. She died, she drowned in a river while she was gathering buds from a chestnut tree. So I guess she died doing what she loved, which was being in nature, but it's still very tragic. So this is a little winter scene. So what you'll see when we go through this, so this page here says January, And in the back, you will find November and December. So this book goes through the whole calendar year in order. So something new. I've never done that before. I've made Edith Holden journals in the past, but this is the first time I've done a chronological one. So the ephemera will somewhat match the journal signature. So this is just a little winter scene. And it is actually a advertisement card for an insurance company. And this is an original piece of ephemera here. So I took this out of a scrapbook. It was an old scrapbook where people, you know, back then your advertisements were pretty and they were collectible, and women often kept little scrapbooks and put things like this in them. So this came out of that. So this is an original. In fact, I'm going to loosen that paper clip up just a tad. I really don't want to scratch up that nice piece of original ephemera. And this is some trim that's been sewn on to this. This is an eco-dyed print. Some of these Dakota and I did, and some of them Lisa, my friend Lisa from Sirius Hecka. But I'm pretty sure this is one that Dakota and I did. But it's an original eco-dyed print. It's not a digital or a copy. It's an original, so it does have the texture. And now I'll point out things like this. This is a original page from a book from the 1930s. Now, granted, I know that's a little later than her book from 1906, and I did try to make sure that ephemera was original, and I tried to make it from the time period as much as I could. I'm not sure that that's from 1906, and obviously this is from the 1930s, but still cool nonetheless. But it's where you wrote school board meetings, minutes from the meetings, so it's a neat page to include. Okay, so here we are with the January and the birds, pretty birds. And so the journal is very big because I wanted to take pages, original pages, and leave them their original size. I didn't want to have to cut them down. I'm sorry, I'm looking for a couple pages over here. So yeah, here's the size of the book. So I cut them down maybe just a little bit on height. Nope, I didn't cut them down at all. Yeah, they're the original height. So I wanted to be able to just leave them the original size in the journal. So I've done that. And then this is just a little bit of jelly printing, a page that's been jelly printed on. I think that's one of Lisa's. It just seemed to match really well. Coffee dyed papers in here, and some with the doily effect. There's some trim that's been sewn on. This one is a digital of an eco dyed print. These are some of Lisa's eco dyed prints. She has these digitals in her shop, and so that one is printed. So then this flips up so you can have some journaling there that if you want to keep private, or I just wanted to include as many pages as I could. So this is just a little bit of journaling, January 27th. This is some, I think these are hibiscus dyed papers. Anyway, Lisa done these. These are original ones though, so they're textured. You can feel it where she's dyed them. Now we're into February. There's the other half of that digital, eco dyed digital. Let me just have a little journaling card. It says, "The winter days passed slowly," and it's embossed. Coffee dyed papers. And then we have another coffee dyed, a large coffee dyed page that's been folded to create a pocket. So we have a journaling card here, January. Tucks in there. And then this, there's a little pocket right here. So you could move that envelope if you didn't want it there. But I've just created this little envelope out of some scrapbooking paper, and it just holds a sheet of paper to write on. So most of my ephemera has been kept simple, just for the purpose of actually, writing on it. So, although I wouldn't say this journal is simple, I went a little over the top with it. So, I should hurry it along. We're 10 minutes in and I'm not even through the first signature, but like I said, it's going to be a long one. So there's some trimmings here. Most of the trimmings are not vintage or antique. I will let you know if I come across any that are. So I won't mention any trims unless they're actually vintage or antique, okay? Then I just have a little quote down here, just torn straight out of one of her pages. Here's February. There's the other half of that page from the 1930s. It's lined. I'm not sure you can see the lines on here. And then there's a little quip about nature. The other half of the echo dyed paper, the original one. And so see, the embellishing I've done is from the book pages. So just some text and some flowers there. And the embellishing I did, so these flowers here were probably found in that section of the book. Like I didn't pull something from July and then use it as an embellishment. Try to keep things in the right calendar place. And then we have another flip up spot here for journaling. Okay, and then now we're into March. So each signature, so this is January, February, the next signature will be March, April, May, and June, so on. 2 months per signature. So there's some of that snippet roll, a little pin, bulb pin here with some beads. We have a pocket in the front, and a nice big card. Goes in that pocket here in the front. This is a digital from Lisa. We have a wax seal here, just some leaves. And it's just been layered with some washi tape and some trims and some book pages. And then you can flip that open there. And then this journaling card comes out. And you've got a nice big space for writing. And then we have our journaling card. Okay, that goes in there. And then some of these embellishments are afterthoughts, or I created them and then didn't have a place to put them at the time. So yeah, you may not want some of these big heavy embellishments where I've put them, so you can move them around as you need to. This pocket here was made using some of my echo dyed papers, some that Dakota and I had done. So this is heavy cardstock that's been echo dyed, and it is an original, it's not a digital. And then this is just a cute little a little mini journal. So we have a CD envelope here in the front with the birds, and so then that kind of flips open, and we have a little bit here about March, and a pocket at the bottom here. There we go. And just a little journaling card, the winding garden path, it says, and then just a little quip. Okay, and then this opens up this way. We have a little pocket and a stamped bird, and this is just a little plain journaling card to write on, but this is some of the blank sheets that were in the book. You know, at the very beginning or the very end of the book, there's always some blank pages, and so that's where these journaling cards that I cut out, those come from that. So they are naturally yellowed around the edges because those books were printed, the ones I have were printed around the late 70s. So they're kind of naturally aged. And then we just have a little accordion style pop out journal little places to write. Okay, and I just have that tucked in there. Like I said, you can take these big bulky things out if you don't want them in there. There's some doily coffee dyed paper with a doily effect on it. And then this is some piano roll paper. You'll see some of that throughout the journal. And I've doubled it up into and sewn them together, so it's double layered. Make it a little bit thicker because piano roll paper is very thin. And these are fairly old. I don't know if they date back to 1906, but they are. I don't know. They are pretty old. Some mulberry paper there. And I don't know that it shows up, but that's some dot grid paper. A coffee dyed doily, and there's some trimmings that's been sewn on. Okay, there's the center. And then now we start April. So we just have a collaged journaling card. There's that piano roll paper. Okay, and then here we have a little vintage envelope. And it is naturally this these golden edges you're seeing around there. That's natural. I did not ink up this envelope at all. So it is naturally aged. And then inside we just have this little journaling card. The flowers appear on the earth. I think it's a Tim Holtz quote. I think that's a little bit of Tim Holtz washi. And that is cut out of some Echo dyed cardstock. Not digital. It's the actual original Echo dyed. Okay, and then we've got a vintage playing card, California State Flower, California Poppy. I just liked the flowers on it, but then it had this neat nature scene on the back. So I put that in there. I'm not sure when these cards date from, but they are technically vintage now, and they've got their own yellowing to them. Those are actually very interesting, those cards are. Well, if I had them handy, I was going to show them to you, because they are kind of cool. Oh, wait. No, I don't. Yep, I do. I do have them handy. Here they are. They're really neat. They were California souvenir playing cards. I found them in an antique store. Copyrighted 1898 to 1900 by R.J. Waters, San Francisco, California. So I knew they were pretty old, but I just couldn't remember how old. So copyrighted 1898 there. 1898 to 1900. So I don't know. I would say they're early 1900s. And they came in this box here, so they're fairly old. So probably close to the time period of the journal. So anyway, stuck that in there. We have it, some of the Echo dyed paper done as a little, almost like a little bookmark. And then also in here is the original piece of ephemera. And this is a bank check. And it is dated 1903, April 27th, 1903. So, and it is an original. So that also dates to about the right time period. That's 1903, and her journal she did was in 1906. So again, trying to keep with the correct dates. And we just have this large piece of paper that folds out and a tab. Okay, and then we've got an old postcard. This is an original postcard, and it dates from 1908, and it still has the 1-cent stamp on it. So kind of fun to put some things like that in. Then we just have some paper there for you to write on. Okay. Golly, I really do need to pick up the pace. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully you're not bored. There's some of our Echo dyed cardstock making a big pocket. And then here is one of those envelopes I made in a video. So this was using a great big mailing envelope that Lisa from Serious Hecka had jelly printed on it. And I thought it would be great to use that in this journal. So this journal will be for sale. I'll give you the date and time at the end of the video. So we're at the end of April now. Now we're starting May. Here's some of that snippet roll again. Then we've got a little memo pad right here. Places for you to write. Some trim and a little bit of lace has been sewn here on the edge. And we've got a junk mail envelope. Okay, and then just a nice sheet of coffee dyed paper for you to write on. I've tucked here in the envelope. Okay, another sheet of Echo dyed cardstock, the originals. Some coffee dyed doily paper. We have a journaling card for May. It's blank on the back, just like the other ones I've shown you. Well, this one has some leaves that have been stenciled there, or stamped on there, excuse me. And the wax seal is just some greenery. And after April, when May follows, and the white throat birds and all the swallows. So yeah, we are in May, yes. Okay, there's some digital Echo dyed paper. Some three-dimensional flowers here, tissue paper flowers, a little bit of lace. I had so much fun building this book. Okay, oh, and then this is some fun. So we've got a vellum pocket here, and then we have this photograph of a lady milking a cow. Not sure the time period. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Probably. I don't know. Oh, I just noticed there's a person standing over here wearing short breeches. So I don't know when it's from, but it was in I don't know, an old book. Somebody had stuck it in there and left it. So. Tag, and then we have, this is from Record of Minutes of a whatever meeting. So it was a secretary book, you know, for writing meeting minutes in. This one dates a little earlier than the other page I've shown you. This one is from the 1900s. So same time period as our journal. And this is original. This is not a copy. That is an original. It would be 1900 to 1909 sheet of paper right there. Okay, we're into June. We've got a little floating pocket here with a journaling card. Just got that clipped on there. Some more mulberry paper, dot grid paper, coffee dye. That one's, oh, it was coffee dyed paper. The digitals, the Echo dyed digitals I used, I did print those on coffee dyed paper, so they're not printed on just plain old paper. Okay. Then we've got another journaling card, plain on the back. Country Diary, has a little wax seal there. There's some original Echo dyed cardstock. Okay, and then here's our center folio. And it was created using, these are original Echo dyed cardstock sheets. It's backed with coffee dyed paper. And then these are the book pages there, and those have been backed on the inside with coffee dyed paper. So we have a large journaling card that goes in that pocket. And then we have this journaling card here that goes behind that little belly band. And then on this side over here, we've got a double pocket from our Echo dyed cardstock, and embellished with some three-dimensional flowers. So I've taken the title page here and backed it with one of the poems in her book. Set that back there. And then down here in the bottom pocket, I have a date book page, and this is an original from a date book dating to 1904. So just, what was our date? 1906. So this was right about the same time period. This is in 1904. It is an original. So be careful with that. Put that in there. And then here we have, this is a gas bill, like natural gas for heating. And it dates to October of 1902. And it is also an original piece of ephemera. So I just thought it would be fun to put some things in there that would have been floating around in people's hands at about the same time she was writing her journal. Anyway, you can take those out and put whatever you want in that little folio there. Okay, now we're in the second half of the year, July through December. My goodness, we're 26 minutes in. I am so sorry it's taking so long. Okay, I'll just do some flip through. This is a little definition of flora. There's some more of that older piano roll, again doubled up. This is some of that secretary book paper from the 1930s, so a little newer than her journal. Okay, and then we have a very large journaling card created with Echo dyed cardstock. Squeaky chair. Okay, and then we have CD envelope that I've made into a window pocket. Put that right there so the little bee can peek out. Okay, and then this is some digital Echo dyed on printed on coffee dyed paper. And then see there's the little beehive down here at the bottom. That's kind of why I went with the bee over here. And there is some of that dyed paper that Lisa had done. I can't remember what it is. Hibiscus or rose hips or something. Hibiscus, I think. Okay, and then here is one of those other envelopes. So I did 2 of those on video out of that large mailing envelope that Lisa had jelly printed on. So there's texture. There's just so much texture on there, and the colors are so rich. But anyway, yeah, I created this on a video, so you've probably already seen it. Okay. That in there. Then we have a little tag on the back. The chair keeps groaning. I hope I don't end up on the floor. Okay, and then we have journaling card here made from Echo dyed cardstock. I guess that's what you call it. Echo dyeing, echo printing. You know, it's where you stack up leaves and all that, and you boil it, and it makes the imprint on the paper, and then you dry them. So I'm not sure what the correct terminology is. So anyway, here's some strips of lace. It was like a lace ribbon, and I've just sewn it on into a ruffle. So there's the bee. Okay, and then that flips out. We have an August journaling card, blank on the back. Here's the other half of that 1930s paper. The other half of our piano roll paper. And then the last page for our July-August signature is a pocket. And what pulls out here is a little folio. We've got a pocket here for you to put something in. And then we have some sheets of paper here. So you could pull that out and take it with you. This is eco-dyed cardstock. And so that actually, you know, printed out when Dakota and I were putting the leaf imprints on all the paper, and so it was so perfect, these little leaves. So I just cut them out of the cardstock and put them in there. So anyway. Get in there. Okay, and then now we're starting our September, October signature. So again, there's some of our snippet roll, a September journaling card, and then this paper folds out. Okay, some lace and some trim sewn on. Here's some digital echo prints printed on coffee dyed paper. There's some mulberry paper, whatever you call it. It actually has the like grass pieces in it. It's kind of cool. And then here is another journaling card. This one is taken, I've taken the spine of the book, the back spine, and cut the spine out and then included it on the journaling card. So kind of neat. There is some of our echo dyed cardstock, the originals. And then I have glued on a green envelope. Okay, and then so we have a pocket on the front with a tag. It goes there, and then in our larger pocket we have a larger tag. So these would make cute bookmarks too. Now we're into October. And November. There's some of our snippet roll, and on this little bulb pen with the beads, there's a little butterfly charm there. There's some of that handmade paper, mulberry paper, or whatever you call that. And it's got this leaf that's in there. It's really delicate. It's so soft. I thought that'd be kind of neat, including pieces of paper like that that actually have leaves and grass and plant material embedded in them. Seems kind of fitting. So our large pocket here has a large journaling card. And then right here in the November here, she is journaling about different toadstools and mushrooms and stuff that she's found. So again, all my embellishments came from that section of the book. Wouldn't be fitting to put daisies and butterflies back here in the November section. So, or at least here in North America anyway. Piano roll. That 1930s pages again. This is echo dyed cardstock that Dakota and I had done, and again the leaf imprint just was so perfect that I just cut it out as it was. I believe it was a hydrangea leaf, or these might have been grapevine. I think this was grapevine leaf that we had dyed onto the paper. So I just made it into a little journaling card. Let us imagine for a moment a little clump of trees. After the last long rain, withered leaves about your feet. They're just little Tim Holtz snippets, and I just picked random ones to create a little poem on the back there. So, okay. And then we just have a little small mini journal. Some sheets of paper, coffee dyed paper for you to journal on. And that just pokes right inside there. I'm about to finish up. There's the other half of that page from the 1930s. The other half of the piano roll paper. And then on this side, we have some lined paper. This flips out. And then we have our December journaling card. And then this is a pocket with a large journaling card in it. Okay. And that's that. And then back here in the back, I have my book tag, handmade by TheBookVandalShop, and my name. Okay, so that is that. It's a big one. I told you. I can't remember if I gave you measurements or not. 7.5. Well, really, if you go from spine to edge, it's about 8.5. And it is about 9.5 inches tall. And our width is about 4 inches. Okay, so it is a big chunky thing. I don't know what this weighs. It probably weighs 4 pounds. I don't know. It is heavy. It is big. It is obviously not going to be a portable journal, but it was a lot of fun to make. And I don't know. I guess with Edith Holden, I only know how to make Edith Holden journals one way, and that's big. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the flip through as much as I did showing it to you. I've been very excited to show it to you. So today is Friday, March 31st. I think we will go ahead and put this up for sale in my Etsy shop tomorrow, which would be Saturday, April 1st. So yeah, I guess that would be April Fool's Day, wouldn't it? So this will go up for sale tomorrow, April 1st. And let's shoot for 6 p.m. Eastern time. So 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to go ahead and write that down for us all to see. And I'm going to write this down for me to see. Saturday, April 1st, 2023. Okay, and it's going to go up for sale at 6 p.m. and that is Eastern U.S. time. Okay, so that would be New York City time. Eastern U.S. time. Okay, Saturday, April 1st, 2023, 6 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Okay, and unlike my usual U.S. only, I will make this available for those of you in the U.S., Canada, and the UK. All right. And that's just where I've started opening up my worldwide shipping back to. Okay. I don't know, as things start to normalize back in the world, maybe I'll start opening up to other places again. But I have been shipping just only to the US for probably the last 3 to 3.5 years. So I am going to go ahead and open this one up to Canada and the UK as well as the US. Okay, so again, look for this to come up for sale in my Etsy shop. I will list it at exactly 6 p.m. Eastern US time on Saturday, which would be tomorrow because this is Friday. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. If you've hung out this long with me, thanks for giving me nearly an hour of your day. Happy crafting. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.